Hey, what's up guys? It's Jared from Valorant Update, and as you saw yesterday, Valorant put out an official State of the Agents for May 2021, and in that State of the Agents, they put a lot of information in the teaser for Agent 16. In this video, I'll be breaking down what I got out of the teaser, what region I think the agent's going to be from, and also what abilities I think the agent will be presenting in the next act. And for those who are a little bit behind on what's going on, I'll go ahead and catch you up on the previous leaks. On May 11th, with the help of a data miner named Schick, Valorant Leaks put out an official code name for Agent 16, which is Grenadier. Now, putting Grenadier into Google, you get two results. It's either A, a soldier armed with grenades, or it's a common bottom-dwelling fish. Now, in this recent State of the Agents press release from Play Valorant, you'll see that they used a couple words in particular and placed them specifically to give information on the agents. Now, the first sentence right here of the highlighted area says that this time around we are throwing in some abilities that should feel familiar to folks who have played traditional FPS games their whole lives. Now, for a majority of the FPS scene that transitioned to Valorant, that traditional FPS game they're likely mentioning is going to be Counter-Strike. And when you consider the quote-unquote abilities that you're able to use in Counter-Strike, they're all throwable utility. And at the moment, the only agent with traditional FPS utility is Raze, who has a throwable grenade. They also stated that the agent has utility that can create moments where you must rely on your gunplay. The way that I approach that sentence is there's three options. Either A, there's a possible ultimate like Sombra's from Overwatch that completely disables the enemy utility for a set amount of time. B, maybe there's an EMP grenade that can be thrown towards enemy utility to disable them. Or C, maybe there's a possibility that you can remotely hack one of the other players, maybe from like a hidden Cypher camera. I'll explain to you why all three of these are viable answers. They put out this cryptic message afterwards stating that their keyboard had just stopped working, and it resembled some type of electrical interference. And with the current meta being significantly altered with two stalling agents, Viper and Astra, it would only make sense to bring in an agent that could counter that stalled meta and be able to disable utility temporarily. And what better to force a gunfight than being able to throw an EMP grenade and possibly remove a section of a Viper wall or take an Astra star off the ground. Play Valorant released this image and it was titled datatransfer.jpg. Before I go into my theory as to why I believe there's going to be a remote hacking device with this new agent, let's go ahead and dive into that message that they put out and decrypt what we can out of it. When the news article was released, the Valorant subreddit went pretty nuts trying to decrypt this code. And for the most part, it seemed that majority of the traditional encryption methods had nothing to do with this cipher. But if you take the English letters out of the cipher, throw it into Google Translate, and go from Arabic to English, this is the message you get. Before the message gets scrambled, in the beginning it says that our hope is that the. And when you translate it afterwards, it says the word hopefully, but it's more of a direct message, I think, because they were breaking up due to the interference and they wanted it to be more concise. Personally, I think Grenadier is going to be somehow related to Cypher, and here's why. We had the initial hidden message that was hidden inside of a cipher, and when you translated it, it translated to Arabic. The agent cipher is from Morocco, whose main language 92% of Moroccans speak Arabic. You have this battle pass spray from the previous battle pass that went completely unaccounted for, that we don't know what it is, and he looks like some type of cyborg. If you were to look back on Valorant Arabia's official Twitter page, on March 16th, they put this teaser out.
وقت القتال لا تخف من صوت القنابل.
Now, I couldn't exactly verify if this translation was 100% accurate because I can't make out the words they're saying in the video, but according to this Twitter user, it roughly translates to "don't be afraid" from grenade sounds. So there's a possibility that this teaser back in March might have been hinting at Grenadier, or I could just be reaching. That is my theory on what I think the new agent is going to be based off the initial info we got from this recent agent update. The game desperately needs another Sentinel. We have an unresolved battle pass picture. We have some cryptic messages and some underlying info that might lead him towards being related to Cypher. And maybe this picture from the current battle pass titled Reboot might be the laboratory where both Cypher and this new agent were created. And for everybody who is hoping this was part 4 of the cheater saga being uploaded, don't you worry, because it's coming later this week and you're not going to want to miss out on this one. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this content, subscribe if you're interested in more of my Valorant related videos, and as always, my name is Jared and I will see you guys next time.